Are you a Jesus-loving woman who overexercises and deprives herself of food, desperately trying to obtain a goal weight on the scale? And yet, at the same time, you strive to be a healthy version of yourself by eating well and feeling fit? Hi, I'm Andrea, and I was running on the same hamster wheel for over 20 years. My toxic body image and eating disorder stole my joy and self-respect. Thankfully, God was always with me, fighting my battles and blessing me with the grit to reclaim my life. I'm off the hamster wheel, but I see you still stuck in the cage, and I want to help free you too. Journey with me every week. I'll share personal stories, tools, mindset shifts, and the practical steps I took to heal my unhealthy relationship with food and exercise. I don't believe food and exercise are the problems. I believe they're part of the solution. Instead, I'll teach you how your mindset and faith are the keys to healing. Get ready to navigate your newfound path to healing. Get ready to reclaim your self-worth. Get ready to realign with your God-given identity. For in this identity is where you find true wellness and healing. When you are well, your gifts shine into the world. Shine on, babe. Let's do this. I'm Andrea Carroll, and this is Good Vanilla. Hey, pretty peeps. I'm quickly popping in here before we get rolling to communicate that I am not giving medical advice. I'm giving energetic, emotional, and mental support for women on their health journeys. I'm here because I care. I hope sharing my story will in some way help you on your unique path. Okay, let's dive in. Hey, beautiful friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I look forward to sharing this episode with you. It might come across a little challenging for you because I'm going to ask you to do something that might be a little difficult, might be something you've been avoiding for quite some time, and something that might make your breath catch in your chest a little bit. And what I'm going to ask you to do and to explore and to consider with me today is the process of beginning to have a conversation about your eating disorder, to begin talking to someone about it, because personally, I took one of the most crucial steps in healing my relationship with food and my body, and it all happened when I started voicing my anxieties. So for years, I would just bottle up my emotions, and my tolerance for stuffing what I was feeling, it reached a point where it no longer worked. I was literally full, and it all came spilling out. And I hope for you, I don't know how far in with your toxic relationship with food or your body, I don't know how far in you are with it, but one of the number one things I would advise, if I can save anyone time in their healing journey, it's begin the process of talking about it as soon as possible. And basically what this looked like for me was I began to share my anxieties with my husband, because he was the person I trusted the most. And actually, he was the person that he knew me better than I knew myself. And when I went to him and started talking about, it was more my anxieties around food. It wasn't really, I didn't ever label my eating disorder as an eating disorder. I didn't say, hey, I have this eating disorder and it's really getting on my nerves. That's not really how it comes out. Actually, it wasn't until maybe even within the last couple years, I actually called it an eating disorder. And that is saying a lot. That for how long I just almost wanted to hide that. I didn't want to label it. I didn't want to feel that. But anyway, I'm kind of like diverging from the topic here. When I went to my husband, Adam, and I would start talking about my anxieties around food and what I ate that day, it kind of started the process of healing, because he would be patient. He would listen to me. He was very comforting and supportive. And I felt safe with him. And it just opened the door. Because here's what happens. When you release the pressure to navigate this whole thing on your own, to navigate negative body image, to navigate food fear on your own, when you open up to receiving help, you are fighting for yourself. You have started the fight for yourself. And you're telling your eating disorder, I'm coming for you, and you're going down. It's almost like, in a way, you are separating yourself from your eating disorder. It's kind of like you're removing yourself, like you're no longer clumped together as a single identity. It's like you can start seeing the negative thing that this eating disorder is and what it's doing to you. And you can start separating yourself from it. And once you get that little space, it just can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's the goal, right? We want it in another country. We want to be so far away from it. But you have to start somewhere. And I really believe it's speaking about it. Actually voicing the anxieties, voicing the frustrations. As I feel that was my true first step in, like I said, in saying, I am fighting for myself. I am not okay with this. I want better. I don't like the way this makes me feel. I'm tired of feeling this way. I want to move on. And it's almost too like when you hear yourself say the words, it becomes more real. Okay. So when we say what we're feeling and we voice our anxieties, and then we have in return that positive environment, that support and that comfort, like, yes, you can do this. Yes, you're going to be okay. It was a positive experience. It felt good. It felt good to release the anxiety and to be told that I was going to be okay. So that I really hope that you can find that for yourself. Okay? Finding those people, whether it is a therapist, whether it is a close family member, a close friend, someone supportive. Heck, you can email me anytime or send me a DM on Instagram. You can email me. It's hello@andreacaro.com. And then on Instagram, it's just Andrea_Caro. I can be that. If you need someone supportive, if you don't have anyone, reach out. I can do that. That's why, like I said in my first episode, I am here to help. I want to help. I want to listen. I want to do what I can to help other people that are going through what I went through. Because I know it can feel so lonely. But it doesn't have to be that way. I am asking you to have a competitive spirit. I want you to find that scrappy inner badass within inside of you. And I want you to get competitive. Because once you can separate that little distance from your eating disorder and you can kind of start viewing it as an opponent, then I believe that is where you can really start attacking it. Like I said before about saying to your eating disorder, like, I'm coming for you and you're going down. That's that competitive spirit I'm talking about. I am a naturally competitive person. And once I started feeling that little separation between myself and my eating disorder, that identity, I really did, something clicked in my mind where it was almost kind of like, yeah, I had this opponent, that I could beat. Like we were going at it head to head. And it was something for me to overcome. It's a thing to be aware, though. I mean, it's not like it's a foolproof thing. I mean, I can still have days where I catch myself slipping into my old ways of thinking. But now, with that separation that I have, I can recognize them as red flags. And I have the tools to work through those negative thoughts in the moment while it's happening. And then this way, it helps keep me from spiraling. So that's another big positive aspect of having that separation of yourself from your eating disorder, because you are not your eating disorder. You are your person. You are your soul. And it kind of, the eating disorder and the body negativity, it wants to cling on and it wants to make you believe that is who you are, but that is not true. And as I said in the last episode, you have to combat, like, whenever there's a lie, you have to combat it with the truth. And the truth is, I truly believe that starting to voice, actually using your voice to voice your anxieties, that is where this will all start. This is, like I said, where it really started for me. So I am challenging you. I know it might be hard, but I believe in you. Believe in yourself, because you can do hard things. You were made to do hard things, and you might feel alone, but you're not alone. Like, say a little prayer to God. Say, hey, God, I'm really going to try to give me the courage, give me the bravery to speak up about this. Help me to start the conversation. Show me that person. Lead me to that person that I can share this with. Show me who that might be in my life. Because I know with your help, I can start the healing journey. I can start this process. I can start the conversation. Because I can tell you another thing. It's about time. There are some new voices, some fresh voices in on the conversation, other than just yourself and the crazy things running around in your mind that aren't always positive. It's time to insert that positivity, that voice. And like I had said just a minute ago, like asking God for that bravery and that courage. If you don't have one to speak to about it, talk to God. I mean, say it out loud to God. He's there. He's listening. He will hear you. Call out to him. He will hear you and he will be there. He's listening. There's no greater support that you can find anywhere than our Lord. Isn't that right? So, and he's there listening all the time. So all you have to have is just a little bit of bravery, a little bit of courage, just a little inkling of courage. Because once you do it once, it'll become easier time after time after time. You'll just kind of get into a habit of talking about it. But yes, I know you can do this, friend. Let me know. Send me an email. Send me a DM on Instagram. Let me know how it goes. Can you find someone to talk to? Did you pray out to God? What happened? Let me know how it went. I want to hear. I want to hear how this went for you. Because every situation is so unique and so different. And I want to hear some good things. I want to hear some positivity. I want to hear your wins. So let me know if you did this and let me know how it went. Let me know how you felt. Okay? All right, friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I will be talking to you soon. Thanks. Bye. Psst. Hey girl, I gotta tell you something. Did you know your eating disorder is keeping secrets from you? Yeah, it's a total butthead. But don't worry, I'm here for you. In fact, created a freebie for you to download. It's the 4 secrets your eating disorder doesn't want you to know. And these are 4 things that I wish I would have known years ago, back when I felt like I just could not get my head above the water, no matter how hard I tried. I felt like wave after wave was crashing on me. These are the secrets that have really set me free, knowing these truths about myself. And they are things your eating disorder is trying to keep from you so it can keep control over you. Don't stay in the dark, friend. The link is in the show notes. Go download it now. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. If this episode resonated with you or helped you in any way, please tell me how. Email me at hello@andreacaro.com. That's HELLO@ANDREACAROW.com. Also, if there's a specific topic around eating disorders and body image you'd like to hear an episode on, let me know. Your voice deserves to be heard, and I'm here to listen. If you'd like to hear more from me, follow me on Instagram at Andrea_Caro. Friend, please help others like you by sharing this episode and leaving me a review on Apple Podcast. Doing so will help me reach others who so desperately need this message of hope. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.